sing a happy song together, and we'll all be a happy family.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. So, another project, and this is a Bush vhf90. Now, these are known to be really quite bad radios with some design faults and not considered to be very good, but so why would I go for a radio that I know isn't supposed to be very good? Well, this is the type of radio that I remember when I was young, when I was little, and family favourites would come on the radio and listen with mother, and all those programmes that we in the UK consider very nostalgic, listen to them on one of these. And in fact, when I was very little, we didn't even have a television, so the radio was all there was, and didn't even have a record player, just the radio. It was the radio or magazines, or actually talk to each other, which people did in those days. But this one seems to be quite a reasonable example, and it was extremely well packed. I was so impressed by the way the seller packed this. It really was the best packed that I've ever received a radio. I mean, it was so well packed. Now, a lot of people say to avoid any of these where this is broken, and this one does seem to be. But I'm not so worried, because I don't know if it's the wafer that breaks, but if it is, I have a spare one. And I've had that for quite a few years now, because I got one of these a long time back, knowing they weren't particularly good radios, and built a modern transistor circuit into it instead. And I've still got that one, and it still works. But I always regretted that I didn't try and fix it up. But I did save some bits, and I knew this was a vital bit to save. So I do have a spare one of those if it's the wafer that breaks. If it's the mechanical side of it, then that would be quite easy to repair, I would have thought. The great thing about this one is it's got the original knobs on it, and they look like they're in reasonable condition, because the other one I had, these just fell apart, and I actually had to use modern ones instead. There's a piece that goes around this, which was also missing off the other one. That always seems to be missing. So I end up making a piece to go around there with a little bit of embellishment at the edges. It looks okay, and you don't really notice that. But the condition of the cabinet itself looks pretty good, and the speaker cloth. So that's the front. Round the back we find the original mains lead. Red was live and black was neutral. So that's quite surprising to anybody in the States, because black, I think, in the States is hot. Well, in the UK, the original colours, black was neutral and red was live. And the modern ones now, of course, are blue for neutral and brown for live. Now, this is not a transformer set, so as it's a hot chassis one, I'll be using isolating transformer to test it for safety reasons. But it should be okay, because I had a quick look and I unplugged this FM aerial. I've taken these screws out and put the screws back in the hole so I don't lose them. So I can take the back off and have a quick look inside. I haven't gone any further than that. But from what I see, it's dusty in there, which is good, because that means It probably hasn't been touched recently. All the vowels are there. There's 7 in this, I think, if I remember rightly. Yeah, 6 or 7, not quite sure. But they all seem to be there, so that's a good start. And this is FM and medium wave. So the dial cord looks like it's in one piece. It's always nice if you don't have to do anything with the dial cord. The ferrite rod antenna seems to be okay. There's one thing with these though, is that the wiring tends to go crusty and crumbles away. And I remember working on one of these that was only about 20 years old back in the day, and even on that the wiring was already crusty and crumbling away, so that's quite likely to be a problem. But might have to do a bit of rewiring as well. So we've got an FM tuner unit there, which works with tuning slugs, and the tuning capacitor there is for the medium wave, for the AM side. So we've got FM and AM. There's no long wave, and this unit there has the voltage selector, which makes it look a little bit like there's a transformer behind that, but there's not. It's just resistors which drop the mains voltage down. This set could be run on DC, you know, it's a transformerless set, so yeah, they're not great fun to work off in some ways, but they obviously save the cost of having a transformer by doing that. It has got an extra IF stage, I think I'm right in saying, so hence there seems to be extra IF transformers, and the oscillator coils down there. But yeah, the preliminary first look, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty much original. It's got the correct knobs for it, and the dial plate you have to be careful with because it's not plastic, it's glass. And I noticed on the other one I had that these numbers on the medium wave side rubbed off because they are very vulnerable, so you really don't need to touch the other side of this. Maybe dust it with a very, very soft brush just to get any dust off, but you really don't want to try and clean the back of this with anything, because it will take the numbers and the paint off. So there we go. I thought that's a quick introductory video into the next project that I'm going to look at. How much I'll work on this will depend probably on what sort of weather we get, because it's a thing to do on wet days or days when I can't do much outside. And there are other things that I will be doing outside if we get some warmer, dry weather. At the moment it's dry but cold. If we get some warmer, dry weather, I'll be out working on the railway as well, the model railway. So there might be some videos on that, we'll see. But for now, that's the next project. So thanks for watching, and I hope this will be of interest to some of you, and bye for now.
Sing a happy song together, fill the air with harmony. Sing a happy song together, that's the song to choose. For pushing away the blues, keep the heartstrings running, there's a good time coming. It will keep on humming a melody.